The thing about families is, you never realize you're starring in their favorite rerun until you see the script play out word for word. I was sitting at my desk when my phone buzzed with a notification. Message deleted. It was from my sister Jessica. Typical. She loved control a little too much to leave traces. But my phone, faster than her regrets, had already downloaded the 8-second voice memo she'd meant to erase. Curiosity beat caution. I pressed play. Her voice came through sharp, impatient. Mom will guilt her into it. Lisa always folds. She just always folds. I froze. She wasn't wrong. I'd folded at Christmas, folded at the lake house, folded until my spine practically spelled yes. But as I stared at the $5,000 deposit receipt for our upcoming family vacation, something in me, something paper thin but finally tired of bending, snapped. Straight. What if this time I didn't fold? What happens when the person everyone counts on to break finally breaks them instead? My name's Lisa, and this is how I paid for an entire family vacation. Got promoted to unpaid babysitter, and decided enough was enough by locking my entire family out of the house at 2 a.m. Stick around till the end, because I'll tell you exactly how far I went and whether they earned it. I'm 33, single, and a freelance UX/UI designer. Translation: I build, troubleshoot, and beautify the complicated digital worlds that keep fintech empires humming. Interfaces for banks, investment systems, payment processors. Millions can move with a click I designed, yet in my family's eyes, I might as well be playing solitaire in pajamas. To them, working from home means available for favors. If I'm home, I'm free. If my light's on, I'm slacking. If I'm breathing, I'm interruptible. And no one believed that faster than my older sister, Jessica, the family's golden prototype. Ivy League degree, safe corporate job in marketing. Husband, Robert, who says things like network synergy without irony. 2 kids, Thomas, 8, and Sarah, 5. Sweet chaos tied up in matching monogrammed backpacks. I love my niece and nephew, truly. But in Jessica's world, my child-free, flexible life makes me perfectly suited for one role: the family's human backup plan. Need someone to drive, cook, entertain, manage? Guess who's already volunteered by existing? Every family event turned into a one-woman production starring me. Unpaid and underslept. Last Christmas, I cooked for 10 people, barely lingering long enough to unwrap a gift before scrubbing gravy out of serving dishes. They watched It's a Wonderful Life while I mopped the kitchen. At the lake house, I was driver, grill master, and activity planner, all while juggling 3 client projects on rural Wi-Fi, which meant I worked from midnight to 3 a.m. every night. This year, I swore I'd reclaim my soul. No more couch beds at my parents' place. No more Lisa can take care of it committees. I found a solution so perfect I could almost hear cinematic music swell behind me. A sprawling coastal Airbnb called the Osprey's Nest. 5 bedrooms, big kitchen, heated pool, enough space so nobody had to share air with anyone else's stress. This is it, I wrote in the family group chat back in February. Link attached. Everyone gets their own room. We split the cost evenly, share chores, share meals, no martyrdom, no freeloaders. To seal it, I paid the $5,000 deposit myself, on my own card, my gesture of good faith, and apparently bait on a hook. Then I did what I do best: organization. Color-coded Google spreadsheet, columns for meals, cleanup, activities, costs. I even gave myself the first slot, Monday dinner plus kitchen cleanup, to set an example. I thought clarity would prevent chaos. Spoiler alert, it didn't. By mid-March, the group chat became digital tinnitus. Constant pings, 0 progress. My spreadsheet stood pristine except for my lonely name on the first row, glowing like naivete itself. Then Jessica struck first. Lisa, since you're driving up early anyway, can you grab all the groceries? I'll send a list. Before I could reply, Mom chimed in. That's perfect. Your car has more space anyway. Just charge everything to the shared bill. You know we'll settle up later. I opened Jessica's message expecting a small supply list. Maybe snacks, maybe juice boxes. What landed on my screen looked like a quartermaster's log for an army. 3 kinds of milk, 4 types of cereal, fresh produce for 9 people, enough steak and chicken to feed a platoon, cases of water, craft beer, top-shelf gin, and 2 bottles of the whiskey Dad likes for the evenings. My thumb hovered over the keyboard. Then I breathed in, steady. I can grab the dry goods and drinks, I typed. But I can't do all the refrigerated stuff. My car is in a rolling fridge for 3 hours. Jessica's reply popped up a second later. No words. Just a single, passive-aggressive, the digital equivalent of an eye roll. I stared at that little thumb, realizing it summed up 33 years of family dynamics better than any holiday photo ever could. And that was the moment I quietly decided. This time, I was done folding. A week later, the real agenda emerged. Jessica posted a link to a local winery. Booking this tour at Siabza Vineyards for Friday at 2 p.m. It looks amazing. Full hour tasting and vineyard tour. Who's in? My dad, my mom, Jessica, and Roberta all replied instantly. Yes, sounds great. Count us in. I looked at the list, confused. Jessica, you missed my name for the wine tour. I'd love to go. That place looks beautiful. The 3 dots appeared as she typed. I waited, my stomach tightening with a familiar dread. Her message finally popped up. Oh, honey, I didn't think you'd be able to. Someone has to stay at the villa with Thomas and Sarah. They're too young for a winery. My fingers hovered over the keyboard. So why is Friday the only option? It's the only day Robert's parents can't watch them. And we really want to go. It just makes sense, Lisa. You'll be working anyway, right? There it was. The assumption, because I work from home, my vacation isn't really a vacation. It's just working from a different location. I am on vacation, Jessica, I typed back, my hands starting to shake. I'm not planning to work the whole time. That's the entire point of this spreadsheet, to-share tasks. So we all actually get a vacation. Well, you always have that laptop open, she replied. Besides, the kids love you, it's not a big deal. You can relax by the pool while they play. I spent that evening pacing my apartment, the sound of city traffic humming outside my windows. I felt trapped. I had fronted thousands of dollars for a trip where I was now expected to be the unpaid nanny. If I backed out, I'd lose the deposit and ruin the trip for everyone, including my parents, who was still foolishly wanted to please. If I went, I'd be forced into the same role I'd been fighting my entire life. I texted my friend Patricia, who lived in my building. She was my reality check. I sent her the screenshots. Her reply was immediate. Lisa, they are not asking you to babysit. They are assigning you. They've already decided. You are infrastructure to them. You're free Wi-Fi. You're the hot water. You're just a feature of the house they're renting. She was right. It felt a cold sense of calm settle over me. I wasn't angry anymore. I was just done. That's when Jessica's voice memo came through, the one she immediately deleted, but my phone had already downloaded. I pressed play. Mom will guilt her into it. Lisa always folds. She just always folds. Her voice was so casual, so certain, so dismissive. I played it 3 more times. Lisa always folds. I went to the Airbnb website and looked at the booking for Osprey's Nest. It scrolled through the amenities and there it was. Host. Can arrange certified local childcare services with 48 hours notice. Fees apply. A solution. A perfect logical project manager approved solution. I messaged Jessica privately. Jessica, I found the perfect solution. The Airbnb host offers a babysitting service through a local agency. We can book a certified sitter for Friday afternoon. I'll even split the cost with you 50-50 just to be fair. I was proud of that. I was offering a compromise. Her response came back in under a minute. Absolutely not. Why would we pay a stranger hundreds of dollars when you're right there? Stop trying to get out of it. We are counting on you. Just move your stupid call. Move your stupid call. The call that represented 6 months of my work. That would determine whether I got the next phase of $1 million contract. My stupid call. I looked at Splitwise again. Jessica's balance still unpaid. My parents' balance still unpaid. I looked at the Airbnb booking. My name, my credit card, my deposit. Lisa always folds. Not this time. We all drove up separately on Monday afternoon. I arrived first and met the host, Susan, who was lovely. She gave me a tour of the villa. The place was stunning. Huge glass windows overlooking the ocean. The smell of salt and pine in the air. The check-in is all digital, Susan explained, showing me the smart lock system. This is the master code. You can set temporary guest codes if you like. And here's the app for the security system and pool heating controls. Perfect, I said. Thank you. This place is even better than the pictures. The rest of the family arrived an hour later. The mood was icy. Jessica and my mother barely looked at me. They walked past without a word and immediately claimed the 2-master suite with ocean views. My father just shook his head. "You've really done it this time, Lisa." "Done what?" I asked lightly. "Gotten used to this beautiful house?" He grunted and followed my mother upstairs. The first 2 days were tense. I kept telling myself, set up my workspace in the small back office, took calls, and went 4 long walks on the beach. The rest of them, Mom, Dad, Jessica, and Robert, went out for lunch without inviting me. I didn't care. I was getting my work done in peace. I could hear them whispering in the kitchen. "She's just sitting in there on her computer. She's offered to help with the kids once." Of course, they didn't see me get up at 6 a.m. to wipe down the kitchen. They'd left a mess. From Mom at 8:15 a.m., "Lisa, open the door. Stop this childish behavior. You're scaring the children." From Dad at 8:45 a.m., "I'm warning you, Lisa. You have 1 minute to let us in before I call the host." From Jessica at 9:02 a.m., "The code doesn't work. You locked us out. Are you insane?" From Dad at 9:15 a.m., "She's not here. Her car's gone." From Jessica at 9:30 a.m., "The host just called. She's kicking us out. She said we violated the terms. You did this. You ruined everything." From Mom at 10 a.m., "We are stranded on the side of the road with the children. Where are we supposed to go?" Your father's furious. "You are out of this family. This is the most selfish thing you have ever done." The last message was from Susan, the Airbnb host. "Hi, Lisa. Thank you for the heads up this morning. I'm sorry this happened. I got your evidence package. Your family was very hostile when I called, but I was able to get them to leave. Per Airbnb policy, since they violated the terms and refused to pay, I have charged the additional card and file for the outstanding balance. Hope the rest of your vacation is peaceful." I smiled. Before we left, I'd insisted Jessica add her own credit card to the booking for incidentals. I guess this counted as an incident. I spent the rest of my vacation at that hotel. I swam in the pool. I ordered room service. I read 3 novels. I slept without interruption. When I drove home, my apartment felt different, lighter. For the first time, completely mine. It's been 3 months. I haven't spoken to Jessica or my parents. They tried, of course. After a week of angry voicemails, the tone shifted to guilt. My mother left tearful messages about breaking the family, and how could you do this to your niece and nephew? My father sent an online text. "You really hurt your mother." I didn't reply. The bittersweet part, I miss Thomas and Sarah. None of this was their fault. But I've been mourning a relationship with my sister that I realized never actually existed. I wasn't her sister. I was her safety net. I was the person she could count on to fold. What I've learned, no, is a complete sentence. People who benefit from your lack of boundaries will always call you selfish when you finally build one. Your time is your most valuable asset. Protect it. And sometimes the only way to make people understand your value is to remove it completely. The Signy's project was a massive success. It led to 2 new clients. My income increased by 30%. Last weekend, I used that bonus to book a solo trip to Mexico. No group chat, no spreadsheets, just me, my laptop, and the ocean. And for the first time in my life, I don't feel like I'm folding. I feel like I'm flying. Now here's my honest take. Lisa did the right thing. Her family wasn't asking for help. They were exploiting her. They refused to pay for the vacation she funded, expected her to sacrifice her career, and admitted they were counting on her to always fold. Locking them out wasn't petty. It was the only language they understood. Sometimes the only way to teach people your value is to remove yourself completely. What do you think? Did she go too far, or did they get exactly what they deserved? Drop your honest opinion in the comments. And if this story hit home, smash that like button and subscribe for more stories about people who finally stop being doormats. Remember, you teach people how to treat you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next.